Quebec is unlike anywhere else in North America. This remarkable province distinguishes itself through its everyday use of the French language, its stunning European-inspired architecture that lines historic streets, and its profound cultural identity that has been carefully preserved over generations, creating a truly unique experience unlike any other region on the continent. With its French language spoken fluently by its people, European architecture adorning its cities like Quebec City with grand structures such as the iconic Chateau Frontenac, and a deep cultural identity rooted in centuries of tradition, Quebec stands out prominently as a living, breathing piece of history amidst the North American landscape. In this video, we will thoroughly explore the captivating history of Quebec, beginning with the Indigenous nations that first inhabited the land, moving through the period of French colonization that gave birth to New France, and culminating in the dynamic modern Quebec society that thrives today, full of pride and resilience. Long before Europeans set foot on its shores, the land now known as Quebec was home to several Indigenous nations, including the Innu, Algonquin, Cree, Huron-Wendat, and Mi'kmaq, who had established their communities across this vast territory for countless generations prior to any colonial arrival. These indigenous peoples lived sustainably off the land, skillfully traded goods along vital rivers, like the St. Lawrence, which served as natural highways, and developed rich, intricate cultures, complete with languages, stories, and traditions that had flourished uninterrupted for thousands of years in harmony with their environment. Their enduring presence profoundly shaped the land and spirit of what we now call Quebec long before it ever received a European name, leaving an indelible imprint on its geography, ecology, and foundational cultural narrative that continues to influence the province to this day. In 1608, the bold French explorer Samuel de Champlain founded Quebec City, establishing it as one of the very oldest European settlements in all of North America and marking the beginning of sustained French presence on the continent. Quebec rapidly became the beating heart of New France, functioning as the central hub for bustling trade activities, religious missions that spread Catholicism, and the broader dissemination of French cultural and political influence throughout the expansive region. The fur trade quickly emerged as the colony's primary economic backbone, driving growth by facilitating exchanges between French settlers and Indigenous partners, providing essential revenue and resources that sustained the young settlement's development. Daily life in New France revolved around essential farming to feed the growing population, deep devotion to religion that guided moral and communal life, and unwavering loyalty to the distant French crown which provided protection and purpose to the isolated colonists. The Catholic Church played a major, pivotal role in nearly every aspect of colonial life, overseeing education for the youth, shaping social norms and community gatherings, and serving as the spiritual cornerstone for the settlers in this new world. Despite the brutal, harsh winters that tested their endurance and the profound isolation from Europe that weighed heavily on their spirits, the colony of New France slowly but steadily grew, with each year bringing more settlers and expanded territories. In 1759, British forces achieved a decisive victory over the French at the Battle of the Plains of Abraham just outside Quebec City, a fierce clash that altered the course of North American history in dramatic fashion. Following this pivotal battle, Quebec soon transitioned into a British colony, representing a major turning point that shifted control from French to British hands and set the stage for profound changes in governance and society. Unlike many other conquered territories around the world where cultures were suppressed, the British authorities wisely allowed the French language, Catholic religion, and traditional civil laws to remain intact within Quebec, fostering a policy of accommodation. Even under British rule, Quebec's distinctive French identity not only survived, but thrived, maintained through language, customs, and community bonds that refused to fade despite the change in colonial overlords. The Quebec Act of 1774 was a landmark piece of legislation that formally protected the French language, the Catholic religion, and the existing civil law system, granting legal recognition to these core elements of Quebecois life. This forward-thinking decision significantly helped shape Quebec's unique and enduring place within the emerging framework of Canada, allowing it to evolve as a distinct society alongside English Canada. In 1867, Quebec joined as one of the 4 original founding provinces of the newly formed Dominion of Canada, entering Confederation while carrying its rich heritage forward into the national union. Although now part of a larger new nation called Canada, Quebec steadfastly continued to maintain and nurture its distinct language, traditions, and culture, ensuring they remained vibrant amid the broader Canadian identity. Throughout the decades and generations that followed, ongoing tensions simmered between the drive to preserve Quebec's unique identity and the pressures of fostering national unity within Canada, creating a complex dynamic. In the 1960s, Quebec underwent a transformative period known as the Quiet Revolution, a time of profound social and political change that swept across the province with remarkable speed and depth. During the Quiet Revolution, Quebec society rapidly modernized in every way, with the provincial government assuming direct control over key sectors like education and healthcare, while at the same time, Quebec nationalism grew ever stronger, asserting greater autonomy. This pivotal era fundamentally reshaped Quebec's political structures, cultural expressions, and societal outlook, propelling it into a confident modern era while honoring its past. Today, Quebec stands as a vibrant and dynamic province, renowned for its strong, unyielding sense of identity that permeates every corner of its urban centers, like Montreal, and historic sites alike. The history of Quebec is ultimately a compelling story of survival against odds, skillful adaptation to challenges, and an unwavering pride in its multifaceted heritage that defines its people. From its deep Indigenous roots that grounded it in the land, through the era of French colonization that built its foundations, to the complexities of modern society, Quebec's rich past continues to actively shape and inspire its promising future.